To
looking
detain.
in vehicles and you're taking pictures and you're inside taking pictures of
All legal activities, ma'am.
what's that?
They're all legal activities.
Can I ask why?
Let
me talk to you for a minute. What's your first name? Tell me that.
I'd rather not give that up.
That's fine too. You're making everybody in there very uncomfortable.
Well,
and
that's
going in there taking pictures of them.
I went in. I didn't go in there to take pictures of them. I went in there just to get pictures of the inside of the post office, and I grabbed a passport application while I was in there.
Okay. Why are you taking pictures of the inside of the post office?
It's part of what I'm working on.
Okay. Is that?
I'm working on
it.
Yeah, right now it is. I'm working on a story on the post office. It'll be online, and I'm hoping in about a week, whoever picks it up. You can just Google Claremore Post Office, and it'll come up.
That's fair, but you're making everybody really uncomfortable, and now you're not wanting to talk to me. They're telling me you're looking in cars, so I'm going to find out what's going on. I have a reason to find out.
They're going to tell you that so they can get you out here.
That's great.
I've never been looking in any cars.
You're good, then you can be on your way and do what you're doing. But I have a job to do.
I understand that.
It's not to give you a hard time.
But I also have a job to do, and I have things to do. I don't have time to waste around here. I'm on my last pass, and then I'm out. I've already explained to them what I'm doing.
Okay. You explained to who?
3 different people.
Okay, who are the 3 people?
I don't know who they are. I didn't have one name. One lady said her name was Trish.
Central. Who's your RP? It's the post office calling. They have an issue with you.
I understand that, but I don't.
Reason to be here
I don't care about their issue. This is a First Amendment protected activity. If they're uneasy, I'm sorry. I told them what I was doing.
Okay.
It doesn't get any simpler.
Uneasy. When you walk away from me, you don't want to talk to me. I'm here for a valid reason. I'm here for a legal reason.
I'm not trying to be.
To
I know. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't have to talk to you, ma'am, and I don't want to. I have no, ma'am. I don't.
For a complaint, and you were in there, and they called me. Were you the one that was in there?
Yes, I went inside. That doesn't matter. It's a public place. It's perfectly legal.
And so you're okay with the fact that you made everybody very uncomfortable.
I don't. Yeah, actually I am, because I told them there's nothing nefarious going on. It doesn't matter.
Before we dive into this confrontation, let's set the stage for what's about to unfold. What starts as a simple First Amendment audit, a lone man taking pictures inside and outside a public post office, quickly turns into a heated standoff about constitutional rights, police authority, and the limits of lawful detainment. In today's breakdown, pay close attention to how fast a misunderstanding escalates. You'll see officers relying on hearsay, jumping straight into suspicion, and demanding ID without articulating an actual crime, a key legal requirement under the Fourth Amendment, and the tension? It comes in fast. Within seconds, you'll hear accusations about looking in cars, concerns about making people uncomfortable, and officers who seem less interested in facts and more focused on control. This video has everything: miscommunication, questionable tactics, shifting narratives, and an auditor who knows his rights well enough to stand his ground every single time. But here's the real twist: watch how quickly the story changes as more officers arrive. Some officers de-escalate, others double down, and one refuses to identify herself at all, raising major questions about professionalism and transparency. And just when you think it can't escalate further, accusations of drinking in public start flying out of nowhere. So stay locked in, because this case is the perfect example of why knowing your rights isn't optional. It's essential. And by the end of this video, you'll be asking the same question we all are: was this a lawful detainment, or a power trip in broad?
Know that. Now just look at it from my point of view. I'm out here. I get a call about a guy. And it's okay that you're recording. That's fine. That happens to us all the time. I'm recording too, so we're good to go.
All right.
Okay? But I get a call about a guy who's in the post office taking pictures, who's out in the parking lot taking pictures, and is looking in cars.
Well,
so
that's hearsay. I was not looking in any vehicles.
Okay.
I wasn't even close enough to look in any vehicles.
I know that when I get here, you walk away from me. You don't want to talk to me. No. You don't want to tell me who you are. It makes me very suspicious of you.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay. I need to see some ID from you.
No, ma'am. This is not a stop and ID state. Am I free to go?
No, you are not. I told you I'm detaining you until I find out what's going on here.
Okay, but you didn't tell me what crime. What crime do you suspect me of?
That's what I'm trying to find out. If you're looking in cars, that makes me very suspicious of you.
In order to detain somebody, you have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed.
As soon as Supervisor gets here, we'll talk to the post office who complained. we'll find out their side of the story as well.
There is.
Until I find out what's going on, I'm doing an investigation now, and you're staying put.
And what is your name and badge number?
You give me your name, I'll give you mine.
No, ma'am.
I work for Claremore Police Department.
I understand that. I'm not a public official. You are duty bound to
Am I?
identify yourself. You are. So what is your name and badge number? What is your name and badge number?
I work for Claremore Police Department.
Okay, and you are Officer who? Okay, if you're not going to identify yourself to me, then
what?
Then you're not going to detain me, and I'm going to be on my way because you're not an officer.
Right here is where things take a sharp turn. The officer approaches casually, even politely, but within seconds, that tone shifts into full detainment mode. Listen closely, the officer admits she's detaining him, but can't name a crime. That's crucial because detainment isn't a casual tool. It's a legal action that requires reasonable, articulable suspicion that a specific crime has been or is being committed. What we see instead? You're making people uncomfortable. They said you were looking in cars. I need to find out what's going on. These are not crimes, they're feelings, assumptions, and hearsay. And officers can't detain someone based on discomfort or non-criminal behavior in a public space. This is where knowing your rights changes everything. The man calmly pushes back, asks for the crime he's suspected of, and maintains that filming in public is protected activity. Notice how firm the officer becomes once he asserts his rights. It's a defensive reaction, not a legally grounded one. And this moment sets the tone for everything that follows.
Your name and badge number. And what crime do you suspect me of committing?
I'm investigating what you were doing.
That's not a crime. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Go round and round, but...
Okay, well... What is your name and badge number?
To the other part of this.
I don't have to stay here.
What's going on? You are going to stay here. I don't know what's going on.
That doesn't matter.
I have complaints that you're looking in vehicles. Now I get here, and you're on the sidewalk, and you're taking pictures, and you're recording, and I'm good with that. I don't care.
But you won't tell me your name.
My issue is you were in there.
That doesn't matter. If you don't care, then why won't you tell me what your name and badge number is?
No, I care because you were in there causing a disturbance.
And I wasn't causing a disturbance.
You were because they called.
That's not my problem.
It is now because you're here.
How are we doing, sir?
Oh, I've had better days. You?
Well, what's going on?
Ask her. She thinks she's going to detain me.
You are staying here. I told you. You're not going anywhere.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
You
have to there is no disturbance. You have to articulate a crime. What is her name and badge number? She's refused to give it to me.
Why are we here?
I'm taking pictures. That's it.
Okay. Why are we taking pictures?
I'm working on a story on the post office.
Okay. Where's your firearm at?
What makes you think I'm carrying?
Because you have a holster on your back.
It's empty.
Okay. Well, I'm asking, is it on your person?
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
Now the officer begins leaning hard into the narrative that people felt uncomfortable, and therefore she has authority to detain him. But feeling uncomfortable doesn't magically create reasonable suspicion. In fact, the officer admits something huge. She doesn't know what crime he's committing, yet she's still detaining him. That's textbook Fourth Amendment violation territory. Notice the flip-flop. She says looking at cars is suspicious, yet moments later, she acknowledges everything he's doing is legal. Even more telling, she's irritated that he doesn't want to talk to her, which, again, is not a crime. Citizens have the right to disengage and walk away unless the officer can articulate a crime. This VO highlights a major pattern you'll see throughout the video. Instead of building a case based on evidence, the officer relies on feelings, assumptions, and pressure tactics to justify detaining someone she simply doesn't like being challenged by.
Have any ID on you?
No, sir.
Okay. What's your name, partner?
I'm not going to give it.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, not right yet.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure that out.
I understand it. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion, sir.
I gave you that. You were inside taking pictures, you're looking in cars, and you're taking pictures of the
I'm not looking in cars, and there's no proof of that. And it doesn't matter. I can take pictures of everything.
If there is no proof of that, you will be free to leave.
Okay, what is your name and badge number, officer?
I told you, you give me your name, I'll give you mine.
Is that what you tell the judge when he asks? What is your name and badge number, ma'am?
'Cause
What is your name and badge number, ma'am? Keep smirking. This is going to be very bad for your department. What is your?
I'm Sergeant Book with the Claremore Police Department.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
What is your name and badge number, ma'am?
Give the information.
No, he didn't give me yours. I want the names and badge numbers of everybody on this call.
Haven't been drinking tonight, have we?
What is her name and badge number, sir?
Have you been drinking this afternoon?
Have you? What is
No,
her
sir,
name and
I
badge
have
number?
not. But I see an alcohol bottle laying right here on the ground, so I'm asking you, have you been drinking?
Take it up, fingerprint it. What?
I am asking you a question.
And I'm refusing to answer. What is your name and badge?
well,
Or what is her name and
now
badge
I'm
number?
detaining you because I'm going to make sure you're not intoxicated in public.
What a bunch of bullshit. What is your name and badge number?
I believe I already told you
What
that.
is her name and badge number?
I'm talking to you right now. All
All
right.
right,
We're
well,
talking
I'm
about-
clamming up. What is your name and badge
I wanna make
number?
sure you haven't been drinking. I want to make sure you haven't been drinking.
Please
Come
give me
here.
a little space.
Come here. Come here.
I'm creating
I'm going
space.
to check your eyes to make sure that you haven't been drinking.
No, sir, you're not.
Yes, sir, I am.
No, sir, you're not.
Yes, sir, I am.
No, you're not.
Do me a favor. Keep that right there. I don't care. Keep that right there. See the tip of this pen? How much you had to drink today? How much have you had to drink today?
I don't drink.
See the tip of this pen? I want to make sure that you're safe to do this.
I don't consent to field sobriety tests, especially when there's fucking no.
Where you're standing, there's an alcohol bottle.
When she stopped me, I was down there.
Whenever I showed up, you were standing right there.
Congratulations. See where her car's parked? That's where she stopped me.
Okay. All right.
Which is, I don't know, what's that, about 60, 70 feet away from that? So what is your name and badge number, ma'am, last time?
Make it the last one.
Okay, well, I'll call the
Here's
chief.
the deal. Whenever I make sure that you haven't been looking into cars and doing stuff like that, if I can establish that, you're on your way.
This portion is especially important because the officer leans heavily on, the post office called, so I have to investigate. But here's the catch, a call alone isn't enough to detain someone. Officers still need independent reasonable suspicion before restricting someone's freedom, and listen to the auditor's point, he already explained everything to staff. He disclosed his purpose, he behaved peacefully, and he engaged with employees before this confrontation. The officer's assumption that he refused to talk is simply wrong, and here's the legal kicker: photography in a public lobby of a federal building is allowed under Poster 7 and validated by federal court rulings. The officer's frustration stems from ignorance of that policy, not from actual criminal behavior. This is where the power imbalance becomes obvious. The officer uses tone and pressure instead of law. Her argument boils down to, they called, so now I need to ID you. But that's not how the Constitution works. And the auditor knows.
Do me a favor, sir. Don't put your hands in your pockets, okay?
Your hands are in yours.
Listen to me, all right? You've got a holster on. I don't know if you have a gun or not. If you keep your hands out of your pockets, everything is fine.
Hey, I've told you I'm not armed.
Well, okay, here's the deal. You're not really acting rationally at the moment. All right?
Standing up for my rights is not being rational.
Not gonna cause you any problems. Somebody called us.
I understand that. She won't even identify herself. How professional is that?
Okay, well, you haven't really given us.
It's cold.
Given us.
Keep your hands out of your pocket.
Do me a favor. Just keep your hands out of your pockets. That's all I ask. All right? You understand why we're here. We got a call. We're not just here because we feel like it. Somebody called us. You made them uncomfortable inside. You're going in taking pictures. If you want to take pictures of the facility, I don't have a problem with that. But whenever you're taking pictures of citizens, it makes them uneasy.
Well,
So
that's
here's the deal.
their problem, not mine.
Okay.
And when you get a call for
You get here for a second?
when you get a call for service on somebody taking pictures, you should say, "Oh, that's a First Amendment protected activity."
The post office is who called. They have a problem with what you were doing. That makes it a disturbance.
It's
That's
perfectly legal what I'm doing. They've already come out and said that it's
why we're
legal.
there doing that.
Well,
That's
that-
why we're here.
It's her problem, not mine.
We were busy and have other things to do. So I'm not here to harass you or give you a hard time. But you're not acting right.
I'm acting
You
just
haven't
fine.
From the beginning.
Because I don't want to talk to the police. That's not acting right.
Oh, you walk away from the police.
Right, because I don't want to talk to you because you drum up stupid shit like, have you been drinking because there's an empty bottle on the ground? Come on.
This is one of the most unprofessional moments in the entire encounter. The officer outright refuses to provide her name and badge number. For a public servant, this isn't optional. Transparency is a fundamental part of policing, and most departments have strict policies requiring officers to identify upon request. Notice how quickly the dynamic shifts once a second officer arrives. He immediately identifies himself, no hesitation, no ego, no battle of wills. This contrast exposes the deeper issue. The first officer isn't operating from law, she's operating from emotion. Her refusal to identify herself undermines her credibility. If an officer won't follow their own department's basic professionalism standards, how can the public trust them to follow constitutional requirements? The auditor picks up on this instantly and uses it to highlight the officer's bias and shaky justification for detaining him.
Are they done now?
Not yet.
What is your name and badge number, sir?
You have the sergeant's.
Sherman 144. Thank you, sir. Well, that's 2 out of 3 that have been professional. Thank you.
So you said you're doing a story on the post office?
Yes, sir.
What kind of story are you doing on the post office?
You can see it online in a few days.
Tell me what it's about, or like...
Well, now it's going to be about the First Amendment in the post office because they're obviously not trained. Because they have documentation from their higher-ups that was released. Let's see, first is Poster 7, I believe, and then there is a memo that came out 8 years ago. So I think they've had enough time.
As far as what, I guess, what memo? I mean,
Public, right, I understand. It's public photography. Basically, the Department of Homeland Security in 2010 came out with a letter.
Yeah.
Came out with a memo that said it was perfectly legal to record any federal installation, any federal property. That's it. I mean, that's it. I haven't bothered anybody. I went inside, I got a passport application, said thank you, and see you later. Just taking pictures, that's it, man.
Was anybody said that recording was a crime here?
Yeah, the lady who came out and talked to me said that you can't record federal property, but she's misinformed. Yes, okay. Yeah, she's misinformed. And I actually told her, I was like, call the police.